Okay, welcome everyone. Um, Hi, my name is Jacob Adivi, and and I work here at Clay Studio. I just want to thank you all for coming out here today and enjoying this beautiful day, beautiful artwork, and celebrating this incredible individual. So before I introduce Eva, I'd like to share. No, before I introduce Eva to share a few words, I wanted to tell you about the first day I met her and heard her remarkable story. I met Eva 6 years ago through the Holocaust Museum of LA, where she captivated a room of strangers as she narrated her horrific past, coupled with her bright hope for the future. I would like to share her story with you today. Eva was born in Hungary to a respectable Jewish family. Her mother, Paula, her father, Andrew, and her two older sisters, Claire and Irene. Until the age of 11, Eva could recount positive memories of her childhood and lived what she described as a pretty good life. She loved picking berries with her grandfather and watching her mother play tennis. One night in 1932, SS soldiers arrived in Eva's village, broke their windows, and tore their town apart. Eva and her sisters were given Christian papers and were sent to cross the border to Romania to seek refuge. Unfortunately, they were caught and separated and put her into a Jewish ghetto, which was the last time she saw her sisters. From the ghetto, she was sent to the infamous concentration camp Auschwitz-Birkenau. She remembers exiting the cattle car, the gates opening, and seeing the sign that read, "Arbeit macht frei," which means work makes you free. It soon became apparent that that was not the case. When she arrived, along with the other adults and children, her head was shaved, her clothes were taken from her, and she was given an oversized, lousy outfit. Identities were stripped, and Eva blended in with everyone else. She was placed in a crammed barrack with many other kids, much younger than she was, but they didn't last there long. Eva volunteered to do any task that she physically could, and believes that that's what helped her survive. One of these tasks was to chisel cobblestone to lay for the roads, and one might say that this paved the way for Eva's knack for working in stone as a creative expression. With a meager slice of bread with cheese and a bowl of soup a day, Eva managed to stay strong. Others, however, could not. Witnessing the heinous murders, the gas chambers, and dreadful suicides, Eva was forced to mature at a rate that no 11-year-old ever should. Once Eva was liberated, she returned to her hometown to find that her house was ripped apart and her entire immediate family was killed. With no reason to stay there, Eva was ready to leave to Israel, but her uncle, who lived in Los Angeles, told her to come to the US. The first day she arrived, she attended night school to learn English, which is only one of 6 languages she knows. After getting married at the ripe age of 17, Eva created a model for the foldable stroller, which you can see one of the original ads for it on the inside on the counter there, and made a life for herself and her family, who are all here today. After her children grew up, Eva followed her childhood dream of attending art school, where she created countless sculptures of ceramic, marble, and bronze. So later this month is Yom HaShoah, or Holocaust Remembrance Day, and we all have the luxury of not only meeting and listening to living proof of this horrendous time period, but we also get to enjoy the beauty that Eva has chosen to turn it into. As you walk through the gallery showcasing this work, you will notice many pieces are reminiscent of her family and depictions of embracing figures. Juxtaposed against this lightheartedness, the sculpture in the center is one that many find difficult to look at. The sculpture, which she calls The Last Breath, is Eva's depiction of what she witnessed in the concentration camp, and specifically those who lost their lives in the gas chambers. She used her gift to teach others about the past and give hope to the future, which she continues to do to this day. On the first day I met Eva, I will never forget the scarf she had wrapped around her neck. It was covered in hearts. She took it off her shoulders and held it up and said, You could be black, white, purple, or green, but none of that matters. Above all, we must love one another. I could not wrap my head around the fact that someone like Eva, who had lived through one of the world's most horrific atrocities, had a drop of empathy left in her and could still preach love and acceptance, and yet here she is. Today, at the young age of 92, Eva does Tai Chi, dances solo to Italian music when she's in a bad mood, and feeds the birds every morning. I would now like to introduce this legend and one of my greatest inspirations, Eva Zuckerman.
Okay.
Yeah. So come here to the mic.
I can't believe that so many people were interested in my art and in my life. But till I'm alive, I'm going to spread one thing in the world, and you have to promise me that you will spread love and love one another. It will be a better world. And it's true, I grew up by myself. I was 12 years old, separated from my parents and my sisters. Here is my whole family, my grandparents' 50th anniversary. And you can't see it, but I can pass it around. I'm in my father's arm. I'm the youngest on the picture, and myself and my little cousin who passed away in Israel, she died. So the two of us survived. That's about it. And it was very difficult to grow up alone, but I did it because I wanted to learn. I came to America. I went to school, and I'm a little bit slow now in everything, but I still exercise every morning. And I do Tai Chi and Qigong and meditation, and I advise you all, don't give up exercise because that will make your life much longer. And I do speak 6 languages, not as so good, but my Hungarian is my maiden language. And I speak it still very well, and I found a lady here that is, there she is. She's going to come over and visit with me and practice our Hungarian language, but I speak other languages. I used to speak German very well, but I try to forget that. And it was a terrible thing, and I really don't even want to talk about it, what it was like to be in camp. And at the end, they said they're going to take us for a shower because there was no bathroom, no nothing there. And I keep on forgetful what it was, but there was no shower heads. So I realized that I was in the gas chamber, and I have a piece inside, and I felt that was a terrible feeling to see that. But I decided till the end of my life, I just want to spread love around the world, and I beg you all to do the same thing. I practiced all kinds of religions. I have, to me, religion is one religion, is love. My religion is my temple, or my church is my body, and my heart is my soul. And you have to spread it because we live in a mixed world now. We have to be good to one another. And anyways, I love you all. Thank you all from the bottom of my heart that you all came to hear me here. it made a big difference. And if I died tomorrow, I did what I wanted to do, to be here today to make it. One day I'm having eye surgery, but I had to come here first to see you all, and I love you all so much. And I love you, the little babies, the little children. My heart goes out for them. And I love everybody. Everybody. I just want to hug you all. And and I hope I will be here a little bit longer to enjoy the love that I spread to many students and how they changed against blacks. Then they started sitting together with the white kids. And we just have to change the world to the better. And it's up to all of us to do that. Thank you for coming. My heart goes out to you all. And I love you all. Goodbye.
We love you, Eva.
Thank you, Eva, and thanks again for everyone making it out here, and thank you to Courtney and to Jerry and to Victor and Eva's family and Clay's Studio for opening up the doors and allowing us to showcase some of this work. So thank you. So feel free to mosey back on inside, check out some of the work. She'd be happy to talk your ear off if you'd like to introduce yourself, and enjoy the complimentary refreshments and appetizers. Thank you.
Are you family? Lucky you.